Oh, and so I remember what I was going to say. Whenever I use Lumos, listen in, Sari makes the cutest noise. And also,
Stop it.
you can attack people in this game.
Good. What?
That just happens when you move the controller, the control stick, way to one side, and start spinning when you're stuck in one position.
Of the famous Harry Potter. I would never have believed it of the famous Harry Potter.
Well, you better believe it.
Come on, Harry.
Hell yeah.
Martian blocks is this way. You'll be able to cast more powerful spells once you have your spell book.
Alright, Mom. Oh, I forgot she's dead. So yeah, here we have flowers and blots, and we'll just ignore. We'll get all of the beans from those books.
I've got more beans.
You
Where
sure
put your
do.
beans, obviously.
Well, Klepto Potter needs to get his dirty, grabby hands on everything that isn't attached to the walls.
But books technically are attached to the walls.
Well, they're not attached hard enough.
Ah, I see. My mistake.
Or rather, those candies that are in between pages somehow are not. But yeah, like when you're not moving and you move the control stick and start spinning it, or when you're stuck in a position where you're just standing around and you're spinning the control sticks, Harry will just
I'd like to buy
do
that,
that.
please.
The Standard Book of Spells, Grade 2, by Miranda Goshawk. Ah, now that would be one sickle.
Oh, thankfully we do have one.
I wish college textbooks would have.
Thank you. With the knowledge contained in this book, you'll be able to cast more powerful spells. Here's a helpful hint from the book, just for you. Build up the power on your wand and cast it when the spell is ready. But be careful. Don't overpower your spells, or you could end up in a spot of trouble.
Thanks very much.
All right, so this is our book. Basically, one of this game's main mechanics is that you can charge your spells, and if you charge them too hard, they're going to backfire. Which you shouldn't really worry about that, because you never really need to charge them too hard in order for them to like reach the point of being more powerful. But here I will demonstrate what happens when you overdo it.
Oh, that's bullshit. In the first game, fucking Red Defendo was awesome.
Yeah, that was the one you get for doing all of the quests.
Lumos!
And sometimes it will just not work.
Nintendo!
And sometimes you can throw it, and it will just bounce back and hit you anyway. But if the target is close enough, you can still hit them with that spell. Although it's not really all that important to load spells, because most things are just designed to be like, you know, one hit and they do a thing, right? And certain things just need a charged spell, but it needs to be charged just a little bit above, you know, above normal. So yeah, overdoing it is not a big issue.
Well, Harry, did you get your book?
Yes, Mrs. Weasley. I can't wait to try out what I've learned. Where did you lose your things, Ginny?
I think I dropped my brass scales when I passed the fireplace in the magical menagerie. My new quill definitely fell into the back of Gamble and Japes. And I'm sure I saw Hagrid when I lost my speller tape. So I think that must be in the leaky cauldron.
Magical Menagerie, Gamble and Japes, and the Leaky Cauldron. Got it.
We really appreciate this, Harry. It is so kind of you to do this for Ginny.
Yes, Harry. Thanks so much. Now go on, show us what you can do with your new spells. Bet you can smash those barrels over there.
Ginny and
Nice
that.
of you to volunteer, Harry, because fuck if we want to do anything today.
Well, no, it's actually good because we get to.
Hold on to the spell for longer, Harry.
Then we get to collect the monies. But yeah, what I wanted
I
to
mean
say
getting
is.
her stuff back. I don't mean just smashing this.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. But I love the way she was looking in the cutscene, because she looked like she was high off her tits the whole time. But yeah, here we can collect all of the money that we actually need for this whole thing.
Looks less like you're casting magic, more that you're just bashing the shit open with your wand.
Exactly.
Silver sickle.
Another one.
A silver sickle.
Don't worry, the sickles are only important in the beginning area. We never get any more money afterwards.
We are eternally poor after this.
Now we just pay with candy.
Can't get in that way.
But yeah, this game has one really neat feature, so to say, when it comes to drops from like, say, smashable things. It's unlike how it is in Zelda, where the drops are seemingly either completely random or set to be unhelpful. Because, you know, it always seems that way when you're dying and it just gives you arrows. In this one, it seems that the drops are always set to be what you would actually need at a given moment. So, like, if you're full on cash, it's not really gonna give you much more cash. But if you're missing health, it's going to give you health more likely than it is going to give you beans.
Excuse me, how much is this potion vial?
It costs 8 sickles.
And unlike how
We
it
didn't
was
even
in
say
the...
we wanted to buy it. What the fuck? He just stole our money.
No, I pressed the button.
Shh.
Thank you. You're very welcome to fill your potion
What am I
vial
joke?
with Wiggenweld's stamina potion. The
Sure.
Wiggenweld's in the large cauldron over there.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, you can zoom in by pressing in the right control stick. Although actually looking around while having it pressed is a little bit inconvenient.
The door's locked.
Sadly, he doesn't have anything to steal for our Klepto Potter.
Aw.
He may finger those walls, but there ain't nothing there.
There's nothing worth stealing from a potion maker.
No. And unlike how it was in the PC version, we only get, I believe, up to 3 vials of the Bring Me Back to Life potion, as opposed to 20-something. Although I could have had even more in that game. If I cared to buy them whenever possible, you know. But yeah, our first mission is going to
Ginny
be...
said her brass scales were in here somewhere.
Exactly. And this music usually indicates that you know, something's evil, or like you know, you have a sneaking mission. What I really like about this game is even though, you know, this is 2002, you can clearly see that there is actually a lot of effort put into like the textures and a lot of detail.
Get Ginny's scales.
A lot of detail in the environment. Like, for example, there are actually things written on that certificate over there that I looked at before.
Neat.
And like overall, this game looks pretty damn sharp for a PS2 game.
Didn't you hear me, boy? I said, we're closed now. Go away. I don't know kids today.
If I'm careful, I should be able to creep past him.
And
Yeah. We can.
Flubberworms need feeding.
We can look around using the right analog stick, and we can also look around the corners by sticking onto them and pressing L2 or R2. But usually, you're not gonna see me doing too much sneaking, maybe aside from one place, because it's very easy to cheese it.
just run past everything.
Run past everything and distract people because distracting is OP. Well, I can't see the thing that Ginny lost. I guess I should just leave. Oh
I
no,
agree.
it's there.
Ginny's brass scales.
But yeah, if you paid close attention when Harry's casting Lumos,
I know you're here somewhere.
I wonder if the noise of a spell might distract him.
yeah, that's a very useful hint actually. You can throw spells at things, and they will go in that direction most of the times, or they can just be stupid, and I can do this.
Well, that works.
That was, this is actually a pretty good tutorial section for the sneaking because there is no penalty for actually losing, unlike it is later. Unlike there is later. But yeah, if you listen into what Harry does when I cast the lowest version of Lumos. Oh, and here is another version, another difference between this version and the GameCube version. In the GameCube version, you have save points. In this one, you can save whenever, and it will actually load you back in the room you actually saved.
Why would they take that away?
I know, right? That's one of the changes that makes this game way more fun.
Father, you know, a fine wizard and a genuine loss.
Except in later movies where we learn he was a huge asshole.
Exactly.
but
But those people who made this game did not read past the first half of this book. In any case, I will never say the thing I want to say about Lumos. Just pay attention and you will hear him going bloop. I don't know why, but in
thought
all
we lost you for good, Potter. This is Gamble and Japes, the wizarding joke shop.
I don't know how
Her
it's
quill is
even
definitely in here.
I don't know how it's even possible that in all of my free playthroughs of this game prior to this, I have never noticed that he goes bloop whenever you cast Lumos at the lowest power. Did you hear it now?
I heard it.
It's hilarious.
Now imagine if he made the fucking crick screaming sound effect every time he cast it.
Oh god. That would make this game very annoying.
That would make this game awesome.
But yeah, if we have any excess money, because we don't actually need to buy anything else with sickles,
How much are stink pellets?
we can buy those. Stink pellets are rather worthless, but they're just fun.
Excellent, the perfect Nintendo spell.
It was hardly perfect, it was overpowered, but because I was so close it didn't matter.
Time to
and
rob this guy of his own money.
With those crates, with those barrels, you actually need to change your target every time you destroy one of them, because for some reason Harry will keep aiming at like the blank spot on the floor, and unless you're targeted on them, he will not hit them. There's like no soft targeting, or at least not quite as much in this one. In the PS2 remake of the first game, which I may or may not cover, they actually made the soft targeting, as in like targeting without actually targeting.
Measure it to the top. You'll need to cast a perfect flipendo spell on it. To do that, build up the power on your wand for as long as you dare, and then cast the spell just before you pass.
How much are stink pellets?
Yeah, whatever.
Principles for a
Just
pack
leave.
of 10.
And he keeps talking.
I know. He just wanted some attention, damn it. You just
Some
wouldn't give it to him.
pellets.
But yeah, in the remake of the first game, the soft targeting is a little bit too good. As in, you almost never need to target, and you just need to throw things in the vicinity, or like in the general direction of where your target is, without even targeting.
Amazing.
But yeah, now that we have stink pellets, we can pester people in different ways than before.
Just harass everybody now.
Of course.
Can you
I
throw
mean,
a stink pellet on the final boss?
Flipendo.
No, that's not gonna work.
A silver sickle.
Aw. Damn it.
Well, I mean, how are you going to throw a silver sickle? Spoilers for a 15-year-old game on a basilisk.
Bro, could work.
Ginny's spell tape must be in here somewhere.
I have a sense of smell.
Hello, Harry. I saw Mrs. Weasley looking for you. Hope you ain't been creeping round that nocturne alley. Terrible place. You'd best stay away.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, Mr. Potter, delighted to see you again. Make yourself at home and have a good look around. The cellar is
Yes,
full
make
of
yourself at home at
surprises.
the bar.
They tell you to go to the cellar, and it's terrible.
Ever read Gadding with Ghouls by Gilderoy Lockhart, Mr. Potter? It's a cracking good read.
Well, hello there, Mrs. Chest Window.
Right.
Do you remember me from the last time you ring the leaky cauldron, Mr. Potter?
No.
Daedalus Diggle at your service.
I don't know if that was actually like.
Oh, yes. You're the famous Harry Potter. Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, they actually have a lot of voice like little voice clips, conversations with people.
There's nothing in
This
this
is really
fireplace.
nice.
There must be another way to get Ginny's spell tape.
There is nothing, right?
Nope. Nothing at all.
Those misaligned textures, they don't mean anything.
Not at all.
Now here is also another change between this version and the GameCube version. Here I believe it was the quills that were in the leaky cauldron, and they were on this trap instead of where we were going to find it actually. But yeah, they told us to go to the basement to have us a little bit good old jolly fun as a child, and you know, play with the imps.
Yeah. You know, as you do.
Yeah, with the mechanism that endlessly
Fucking
throws.
Donkey Kong live here?
Exactly. Just casually throw it in. Oh, another thing I should mention about this and the GameCube version. In the GameCube version, they throw way more fucking imps in this place.
Jesus.
Like just that's a trend in the GameCube version in general. they felt like there weren't enough monsters in this originally. So they just increased the number at least by 2, which, all things considered, the GameCube version does have better controls due to, like a little bit more responsive walking. But it's still, this is still not a game that calls for this many enemies, especially since it's targeted at kids. It's still not impossible to get through it, because the checkpoints are pretty frequent, but it makes it really frustrating, and I have beaten the GameCube version when I was a kid, and I don't know how I managed to have this much patience for it. I guess I also didn't have many other games to play.
I mean, I feel that with Jak 2.
Oh my god, Jak 2.
Like, I don't know how I got through that game as a kid. I really don't.
I mean, okay, Jak 2 is another example. Is a better / worse example, because that game is legitimately hard as tits. The GameCube version is just really annoying hard,
Yeah,
not actual hard.
I hear ya.
But yeah, most of these cards we've already seen in the PC version. Those are actually like some of the very few things all of the versions share is the designs of the cards, as well as well, the music.
Still waiting for that Dumbledore card to have a fucking autobiography on it.
Well, we're not going
that
back that way.
Very dark if he were a second like earlier.
Yes.
Oh.
This is a trippy angle.
Yeah. Ugh. Getting
But
emotional
yeah,
just looking at it.
we can shimmy around this way, and if you're lucky, you can actually sort of bypass having to do this puzzle, which I managed to do once by accident, and this is the only reason why I know it's possible. If you aim yourself just right, you can land on that little dimple over there, like right above the green fog place.
Yeah.
Like Harry will jump on it and just climb up on it, and he'll be able to jump right across to the other side.
Speed running tactic.
Possibly. I could see people just saving at the beginning of this room and then reloading until they get this.
Pretty much, yeah.
And yeah, this is what I mean about the usefulness of Lumos and how it's implemented. It's like, you enter that place, it's dark, you use Lumos. Okay, this is what I need to do. That's pretty smart.
So now you have a giant donut, alright?
Yes. A giant donut made of glue. That's
gross.
Perfect for Jenny.
The Leaky Cauldron's the finest
She eats all the
pub
time.
in London, Harry. It's got a huge cellar, you know.
The Leaky Cauldron cellar is a great place to explore, Mr. Potter.
Fuck you, no it's not.
It's, you know, it's only gonna get worse in Hogwarts.
You know, I just had a thought. What if fucking some kid went down there and he didn't know Lumos yet, as Harry wouldn't have if fucking he didn't get lucky with that shit in Diagon Alley? He'd be trapped down there forever.
Well, you know, there are also, you can eat the imps.
A silver sickle.
I mean, I understand that, but like, fuck, did no one think of this?
And the best part is that the Lumos spell actually came from a book that that Malfoy's dad was too afraid to actually show, you know.
Exactly.
I'm afraid we've completely sold out of everything.
Oh well, we can't buy any more stink pellets, but it's not a problem because they drop.
Stink pellets. Eh, Potter? An excellent purchase.
Yeah, I know.
I agree.
Ah, damn it, I forgot to actually use it on them again.
You know,
But
I
yeah,
could
now we've got
see
everything.
Lumos being a spell that Potter just casts randomly when he's bored and he wants to like fiddle with his wand.
Harry.
I found all your things, Ginny.
Oh, Harry, you're so wonderful.
No, really. It was nothing.
You're such a kind boy, Harry. You really deserve a famous witches and wizards card.
Plot twist, turns out Ginny was Malfoy the whole time.
Probably was. 101 wizard cards.
Thanks, Mrs. Weasley.
Gilderoy Lockhart's signing copies of his latest book in Flourish and Blots. We were thinking of going in to see him.
Would you like to come with us, Harry?
Oh, well, okay then. Thanks.
Let's go inside.
This is a pretty damn late tutorial for the cards, but I guess this is the first card that you actually have to get.
Right.
All of the other ones were optional.
Although that said, it means fucking if you didn't get any cards before that one, all the other ones are gone forever.
Oh no, you can get doubles.
Oh, okay.
Of most of them, I
Great
believe.
Scott! Is that? It is. It's Harry Potter! Ladies and gentlemen, this is the perfect moment for me to make an important announcement. I have great pleasure in announcing that this term, I will be taking up the post of Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Bet you loved that, didn't you, Potter? Famous Harry Potter.
Leave him alone. He didn't want all that.
Potter, you've got yourself a girlfriend.
Jealous.
I suppose your parents will go hungry for a month to pay for all the books you're going to need at Hogwarts. Here, girl, take this one.
I don't have any parents.
It's the least I can do to help out the poor and needy.
Let me give you some coaching, Harry. Fame is a fickle friend, and I would encourage you to be careful how you play the fame game, so to speak. Be sparing with your public appearances at first, and watch the company you keep.
Harry!
Well,
Harry, we've missed the train!
Missed the train?
Yes! The Hogwarts Express left 5 minutes ago!
Oh no! What are we going to do?
Well, I know that Dad took the flying car to work this morning. It's parked in Charing Cross Road.
Okay, it's our only chance of getting to school on time.
In the wild abstrusities that I managed to regain my former prominent position as the world's most popular wizard. Harry? Oh.
Beautiful.
I think, like in the GameCube version, as far as I recall, they actually play this cutscene completely differently, as in they actually
in the courtyard outside the leaky cauldron.
they actually give him speaking time in between the lines, which I think works worse because in this one we're really not paying attention.
Exactly.
Hey Ron, guess what? Guess what? Okay, now I'm ready.
Ready to go to Hogwarts, Harry?
Now I'm ready.
Flying Nimbus. I mean car.